Okay, so in this video, we're going to work with a couple of important tools, our zoom tool and our hand tool. But the first thing that we need to do is go and get one of our files that we need to work with. So I have put your files on Google Classroom. I thought that that was the easiest place for everybody to get them from. So when you go to Google Classroom, yours will look slightly different because mine's in the teacher mode. But you will see your files. We're going to open PSA1. PS just stands for Photoshop, and A1 is just the name of the file that we're working with for this one. When you click on it, you're going to see up in the upper right-hand corner that there's 3 little dots in a vertical line. Go ahead and click on that and say open in a new window. And once that loads, we're going to click the download button, which is just the arrow that's pointing down. Go ahead and click that, and it will take a few seconds and it will open in your download bar at the bottom of your screen. Go ahead and click on that, and that will automatically open it into Photoshop for us. So here you can see what it looks like when we have a photo in Photoshop. A couple of things that we want to work with in this lesson is our hand tool and our zoom tool. So down at the bottom of your tool panel, you're going to see the hand tool and the zoom tool. So the hand tool actually allows us to just move our picture around. Now, because our picture, you can actually see, fits on our screen, the hand tool doesn't do anything at the moment. So let's actually use our zoom tool to zoom in first. The zoom tool can be used a number of different ways. Up at the top, you're going to see on your options bar, that's your zoom tool. Currently, we're on zoom in. The little icon next to it is zoom out. So if we were, you can practice on your little parrot there. If you click with the zoom in, it will zoom in as you go. And this is where I'm saying, unless you want to scroll with your mouse, what you can do now is grab your hand tool and you can reposition the photo to whatever you want to see more zoomed in more closely. Okay, so this is how you use your hand tool along with your zoom tool. To zoom out, you can click back on your zoom tool and you can click the little magnifying glass with the minus sign in it, and then just click and you'll zoom back out. The other thing that you can do with your zoom tools, I'm going to go back to my zoom in, is you can draw what's called a marquee. So if you wanted to work specifically with the beak area of your bird, you can just click and drag and drag. And then again, if you want to go back to your hand tool, you can click on that and then drag your beak into the center of your workspace to work on it. One thing that is nice about the hand tool is that if you were, let's say we have our zoom on, and you want to quickly navigate to your hand tool, if you hold your space bar at any time, you'll see that your hand tool will pop up there, and that'll allow you to actually move around, and then you just let go of your space bar and you go back to your zoom tool. So that's a handy little shortcut to use. I use mine all the time. And then the other thing I wanted to show you is if you quickly want to get back to the view where you fit on screen, they do have that option if you are clicked on your zoom tool. If you're on a different tool, what you can quickly do is just double click your hand tool. And when you do that, it'll quickly bring you back to what's called the fit on screen view, which allows us to see our entire photo in the workspace. In terms of viewing, you also have the option here under the View tab to view a few different things. You do have a zoom in and zoom out here, as well as another option to do your fit on screen. So those are just a couple of quick tools that we use frequently. You'll use them almost every day, your zoom tool and then your hand tool. Okay, so that is it for this one. We'll meet you over in our next video.